Welcome to USA Weekly News Plus, Global News, your go-to source for the latest news every Friday. I'm Barkon Legesse, and over the next little while, I'll be your guide through the often baffling, occasionally heartwarming, but always captivating labyrinth of current events. From the triumphs to the tragedies, the political dramas to the latest TikTok trends, we've got you covered. So, before we dive in, do us a solid and hit that subscribe button. It's the digital equivalent of a firm handshake. Let's get started. In this ever-changing world, staying informed is more crucial than ever. Our team of dedicated journalists works around the clock to bring you the most accurate and up-to-date information. We believe in the power of news to connect communities and foster understanding across cultures. So, sit back, relax, and let us take you on a journey through the week's most important stories. We begin this week with the ongoing conflict in Gaza. Homes reduced to rubble, families torn apart, and a humanitarian crisis unfolding on a scale that demands attention. The human cost is immeasurable, with civilians, including children, bearing the brunt. Hospitals are overwhelmed, essential supplies dwindling, and the infrastructure is pushed to the brink. In the tech world, news broke this week of significant job cuts at Cisco, a move that has sent ripples of uncertainty throughout the industry. The networking giant announced plans to lay off thousands of employees globally as part of a broader restructuring plan. These layoffs, while certainly a blow to those directly affected, are also being interpreted as a potential bellwether for the tech sector as a whole. Cisco, often seen as a barometer of the industry's health, is grappling with a confluence of factors, including slowing global economic growth and reduced corporate spending on IT infrastructure. The financial implications of these job cuts are substantial. Cisco aims to streamline its operations, reduce costs, and ultimately appease its shareholders. The tech industry, once seen as an unstoppable engine of job creation and economic growth, is now facing a period of reckoning. For those impacted by the layoffs at Cisco, the road ahead will undoubtedly be challenging. Turning our attention now to brighter news. India this week celebrated its 77th Independence Day, marking the anniversary of its freedom from British rule in 1947. Across India, from the bustling streets of Mumbai to the serene shores of Kerala, people came together to commemorate this momentous occasion. The iconic Red Fort in Delhi served as the backdrop for the main event, with Prime Minister Narendra Modi delivering a rousing address to the nation. The celebrations resonated far beyond India's borders, with world leaders extending their congratulations and reaffirming their ties with the world's largest democracy. Beyond the official ceremonies, Independence Day in India is a time for communities to come together, celebrate their shared heritage, and reflect on the sacrifices made by those who fought for their freedom. India's journey since independence has been nothing short of remarkable. Emerging as a global power with a rapidly growing economy and a vibrant democracy. In a move that surprised many international observers, North Korea, the notoriously reclusive hermit kingdom, has announced the reopening of its borders to tourists. The decision aims to boost its struggling economy, hit hard by sanctions and the COVID-19 pandemic. Tourists will be subject to strict controls and monitoring throughout their stay. North Korea hopes to entice travelers with its unique blend of Soviet-era architecture and pristine landscapes. The international community will be watching closely to see if this re-engagement extends beyond tourism. And now, for a story that will make you want to double-check your privacy settings. T-Mobile has been hit with a $350 million fine by the FCC for a data breach. This breach exposed millions of customers' personal data. Consumer advocates see this fine as a step in the right direction. It's a cautionary tale for all companies to protect our data. Hold on to your popcorn, folks. The battle for Hollywood's future is heating up, with AI playing a starring role. AI in filmmaking, from script writing to special effects, has been controversial. A major deal between an AI company and a top studio has intensified the debate. The deal promises AI-powered tools for filmmaking, sparking excitement and concern. Some see it as a way to enhance creativity and streamline production. Others fear AI could replace human creativity, leading to a dystopian future. From the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, we shift our attention now to a story that's been tragically overshadowed by other global events: the unfolding climate crisis in Yemen. Yemen, a country already ravaged by years of conflict and humanitarian suffering, is now facing a new and equally devastating threat: the impacts of climate change. From extreme droughts that have decimated crops and livestock to devastating floods that have swept away homes and livelihoods, Yemen is on the front lines of a climate emergency. Addressing the climate crisis in Yemen requires a multifaceted approach, including providing urgent humanitarian assistance and investing in climate adaptation and resilience measures. Now, to a conflict that has tragically become a grim fixture of our weekly news cycle: the ongoing war in Ukraine. As we enter the second year of this senseless conflict, the situation on the ground remains volatile, with no end in sight. Thousands of innocent civilians have lost their lives, millions have been displaced from their homes, and entire cities have been reduced to rubble. Despite the ongoing fighting, international efforts to support Ukraine and hold Russia accountable for its aggression continue. From providing military aid to imposing crippling economic sanctions, the international community has largely united in its condemnation of Russia's actions. The war in Ukraine is not just a regional conflict. It has far-reaching global implications, from soaring energy prices to disruptions in global supply chains. As the war drags on, the resilience of the Ukrainian people remains an inspiration. And finally, in news that will surprise absolutely no one, the 2024 US presidential election is already upon us. And if the early signs are anything to go by, buckle up, because it's going to be a wild ride. The race for the White House is already heating up, with potential candidates testing the waters and engaging in the time-honored tradition of political posturing. On the Democratic side, all eyes are on President Biden and whether he'll seek re-election. Meanwhile, on the Republican side, it looks like we're in for another crowded and potentially chaotic primary race. The 2024 US election is shaping up to be one of the most consequential in recent history. The outcome will have profound implications not only for the United States, but for the entire world. Thanks for tuning in to USA Weekly News Plus. We hope this whirlwind tour of current events has left you feeling informed and engaged. Remember, staying informed is crucial, even when the news cycle feels more like a news tornado. So be sure to subscribe to our channel, hit that like button, and share this video with all your news-hungry friends. I'm Barkon Legesse, signing off for now. Stay informed, stay engaged, and most importantly, stay sane. See you next week.